Hello and welcome to the third episode of the Combat Couch. Woo! Round of applause. Alright, so first of all, we just want to apologize for not being able to show our reaction videos to UFC 298. We had some technical difficulties, but just to give you a quick update, the results of the picks that we made.
Yep.
Kris is the winner.
4-1, baby.
4-1.
I came second. I had 3 picks right, 2 wrong.
And me, I am last, 2-3, and that means I will be getting punished, and the punishment was 2v1 sparring.
Yeah.
Yep.
So these guys will be able to pretty much legally beat me up for free.
Fuck yeah, baby.
Woo! Okay,
So
so
you jump, boy.
you guys can bring it, you fucking pussies. Nah,
Dog shots galore.
no, but I've got a strategy for that, so you guys will see what I have planned.
You think we don't have a strategy?
Yeah, mate.
What strategy, you fucking meatheads?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. What I'm going to say is get ready to get clinched by forearms.
Knees galore.
Knees galore, man.
Oh, shit.
Well, there's no refs to like shot to the back of the head, you know, the full work.
No!
Only to the back of the head.
Oh, wait, you said bring it.
Yeah.
I'm just, okay, now you guys have sort of, because you guys literally can hold my arms like that and then just...
Yeah, knees.
Yeah, knees.
Okay, I'm gonna...
You said bring it, mate.
Restructure. Alright, well...
Well, it's a punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking punishment, not a fucking hospitalization.
Yeah.
You're gonna get jumped, alright? It's happening, bro. Look, either we do it nicely in a nice like ring and a nice
No one
environment,
wants to see that.
or we catch you outside. How about that?
We just get gone to work. We just fucking come out of the
Full sparring,
Bro, I'm gonna be walking around like fucking... Oh, God. Alright, we're gonna record that soon. We're thinking of doing it at our gym, so you'll be able to see what our gym looks like as well. We're gonna do it in a cage. We're gonna make it official.
Nowhere to run, boy.
Nowhere to run.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys will be able to see that soon.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. But today we have UFC 299 on the cards happening this Sunday. So what we're gonna do is run through the card top to bottom, just to give you guys an idea of who's fighting, and then we're gonna go back bottom to up, giving our opinions on the fighters, backgrounds on the fighters, and our picks, of course.
Yeah.
And the aim of this podcast is pretty much, if you're a casual, keep watching, because the aim of this podcast is for you to be able to watch this podcast for 1 hour and be able to talk to anyone about this card and look like an expert.
Basically, be better than all the other casuals out there.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Drop some knowledge.
We're gonna drop some knowledge for you, boys.
Cool. Let's jump into it. So, first fight, or not the first fight, but top fight, main event of the evening is Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Vera, also known as Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Chito.
Chito.
Bro, he's not even Mexican.
Oh, what?
He's like Venezuelan or some shit, right?
Oh, right.
Is he?
I don't know.
I thought he was Mexican.
No, his flag is it's like blue, red, and yellow, whatever that is.
Oh, that's like 5 countries.
Oh, the Colombian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Far out.
Pretty similar. Yeah. Very, very similar cultures.
Yeah. Anyway.
But we've got Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Chito Vera. It's a championship fight, bantamweight championship fight.
Yep.
Both of these fighters have had a pretty good run. I would say probably Sean O'Malley.
He's on the better run.
He's on the better run right now. His last 5 fights, what has he gone? I think he's 1 or 5.
Yeah. He's
1 or 5. Yeah.
I think one was the no contest.
Which one?
We'll just run through the fights first, and then we'll come back up.
Okay.
Yeah. So next fight is all good. Dustin Poirier versus Benoit Saint-Denis. It's a bit of a French name.
Saint-Denis.
Benoit Saint-Denis.
Saint-Denis,
Yeah.
Kris Benoit.
And then if you know, you know. And then we have Kevin Holland versus Michael Page. That'll be exciting because Michael Page is coming from Bellator, otherwise known as Michael Venom Page, MVP. He's a cracker, so we'll get into him later. And then we have Gilbert Burns versus JDM Della Maddalena, our Australian home turf boy. And then we have, what's the last one again?
Fuck.
Oh fuck! It's cut off on the screen. Give me 1 second.
Bring the mouse over.
Oh fuck.
Peter Yan versus Song Yadong.
Oh, bro, I'm so excited for that one.
I am very excited for that one.
Bro, this is a cracker card, eh?
Yeah.
The whole main card's just
Yeah.
banger fights.
So Peter Yan versus Song Yadong. Peter Yan, obviously Russian.
It's Russia versus China.
Russia versus China.
Yeah.
Battle of the
Communists.
communists.
Yeah.
Well, Russia formed.
Who will prevail?
Yeah.
So Peter Yan, obviously already established. He is a beast. He is from Russia, so he's got a Sambo background, but he's one of those wrestlers who loves striking, and they're my favorite kind of fighter.
Yeah, he mainly fights with his Muay Thai style, and
Yeah.
he's very, very aggressive.
Chris Bass fucking boxing as well.
He's got one of the most unique combos in UFC, I reckon. He's just strings them together very well, very fluidly, and
Yeah, very aggressive as well.
very aggressive.
He is a bit of a slow starter though. Like the guy always likes to feel his opponent out in round one.
Yeah.
And that's kind of bitten him in the ass for his last couple of fights. Particularly because those were decisions, right? And there were, I think, 3 rounds.
Yeah, they were all 3 rounds.
Yeah, so he always fucking crushes his opponents in round
the
4 and 5, like in the championship rounds, when he has that option. But part of that is just because he's a slow starter.
But in the sense of slow start, it means he's feeling out the opponent and he reads them.
Yeah.
He reads them like a book, and
he's getting his range, setting stuff up.
it's inevitable that he'll read you. So this might actually play into Song Yadong's favor because it's a 3-rounder.
Yeah. But I was gonna say, Song Yadong is a fucking weapon.
He's a weapon.
Yeah.
So Song Yadong from China, he is a
China number 1.
Here we go. He's a fucking beast of a puncher. He's got power in his hands.
Fucking explosive ass punches.
Yeah.
He's like a little Chinese Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I think they're about the same size as well. Like,
What? Him and Mike? Oh.
Oh,
Him and Mike Tyson, bro.
No, Yan this guy. But no, this
He
guy.
He dies.
No, Yadong, he's jacked as hell. As well.
He's jacked, bro. Guys, type in Song Yadong bonus resume and you'll see what he's capable of. He's got dynamite in his hand.
Crazy knockouts in his last couple of fights.
The way he knocked out Marlon that was a brutal.
Oh yeah, I think it was an overhand uppercut hook.
And then
uppercut.
shovel uppercut.
Shovel uppercut. Yeah.
One
But yeah, I think I'm expecting I wouldn't say slugfest, but I'm expecting a lot of striking in this fight.
Very technical fight.
Yeah.
Peter Yan is sort of in a must-win situation.
Yes.
They're both going to be going for the knockout though.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Peter Yan's been on a bit of a slide. I think he's lost his 3 losses in his last 4.
Yeah.
Which was Sugar Sean and 2 to Aljo. I mean, the first one we can kind of...
No, he had 1 to Aljo, and then he had a win. Then the second Aljo fight, which he lost.
Yeah.
Oh,
then it was Sugar Sean, and then it was Marab.
Oh, yeah, Marab.
That's right.
Our Georgian boy, who we don't know what his signature is, but... Yeah.
Marab, we're still waiting.
Let
us know what it is, brother.
We got a Georgian comment who said it's actually... That's like Georgian writing, and that's how he writes his name.
We need that confirmation from you, Marab.
But to be fair though, I don't know, man. I looked up the alphabet. I don't see any letters that resonate.
No, I see it. To be honest, I see it. It's like when we do running writing for our names.
Like cursive.
It's like cursive,
It's
like
like
Georgian cursive.
Georgian cursive.
Yeah. I think it is, but I think...
we need Marab's confirmation.
Marab, I think you need a comment and like and comment and subscribe.
Wait, shout out to all the...
Marab, are you not too busy diving into isolating here? Give us a shout and let us know.
Let us know.
Shout out to all the other Georgians that are already watching though.
Hey, to our Georgian fans. We see you.
Yeah, y'all all on a high right now with the Ilya fight. I know it.
True. Yeah. Good times in Georgia at the moment.
But yeah, so we've got Peter Yan, Song Yadong.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, guys?
Ooh, okay, before we get into it, we have a new system for our picks.
Yes.
So we're not going to just do the winner. We're going to do winner, method of winning, and the round of the win. So the win will be 1 point. The method of win will be 2 points. And then if you get the round right, it's 2 points. So each fight it's going to be worth 5 points.
Yeah.
To make it a little bit more dynamic for you guys.
Yeah.
And it should be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
For me, I'm going to say Yadong by decision.
Yeah.
Ooh, decision.
Oh, yes.
Cheeky little tart. He took my decision. I wanted that one. Obviously, like I'm a massive fan of Peter Yan, but Yadong, China #1. I've got to back my boy. Right? So I'm going to go Yadong as well. I was thinking about decision.
You can go to decision. There's plenty of other fights where we can.
Yeah. I think decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see him knocking out Petr Yan. I see them fucking throwing hands, but I think he's gonna get the best of him with the wrestling, with the boxing. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna pick Yan for a knockout in round 3.
Oh, juicy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go a bit of a risky one on this.
Yeah.
High risk, high reward.
Yeah, high risk, high reward.
Why do you think round 3?
Just because Yan is a slow starter, it'll take him that bit of time to read him.
Yeah.
And like Yadong, he can crack, but I think Yan's just got his technique is just on that little bit higher level. And I think
fair enough.
by that time he'll have worked him out, and I think he'll be able to put together a good combination and put him away.
So it's just a timing difference. We think that Petr Yan won't be able to
Knock him
out by then at least.
Yeah.
And you think he'll have him figured out by then.
Yeah, that's what I'm betting on at least.
Okay.
Just because the way that Yadong, when he like really opens up, he does like overextend himself a little bit.
He does. Yeah, he does.
And I think Yan will be able to read that.
Yeah. Goes a little Cody Garbrandt on him.
Yeah.
White ass hooks. Yeah.
True. Okay, that's our fight. The next one is Gilbert Burns versus Jack Della Maddalena.
Yeah.
This one is a juicy one because this is Jack Della Maddalena's first
Top fucking talent fight.
Yeah.
Gilbert Burns playing a gatekeeping role, but a very strong gatekeeper role.
Yeah.
He's
bloke's
like
got the keys, everything to the gate.
This is like a Dark Souls gatekeeper.
Yeah, like final boss gatekeeper.
He's stepping out of the game, being like, "You want to come in, brother? You want to come in? Come on, then."
This is definitely a Souls game level gatekeeper.
100%.
It's not your average gatekeeper.
You can hear the fucking final boss music right now as we say his name.
The giant health bar.
Yeah. But yeah, I reckon this one's pretty interesting because you've kind of got old boy versus young blood.
Yeah.
I think Gilbert Burns is 37,
36, 37, something like
yeah,
that.
something like that. Yeah. I think he's still got the edge because that afro gives him extra power. Right? No, like Gilbert Burns is a freaking menace, man. The guy has torn up the division ever since he's gone up from lightweight. Ever since he's entered the welterweight division.
He ain't no joke.
Yeah, and I think like you look at his what's his most recent losses. Hamzat Chimaev, who's really a middleweight.
Yeah.
Right. Khamzat Usman in the prime of his tear.
Yeah. And then recently it was Bilal, but we don't count that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one, his shoulder is out, and like I know his name is Bilal, remember the name, but like
fuck that guy.
Who remembers that guy? Nobody. Absolutely nobody.
Yeah, so
Well, I'll forget the name.
Yeah.
and then Jack Della Maddalena.
JDM.
Yeah, JDM. I can't pronounce it.
Japanese domestic market.
He's coming off very
He's on a big
strong.
run.
He's on a big run, yeah.
Before his past 2 fights, he's pretty much been first round knockout for a 4-fight run. So he's got hands. He's probably got one of the crispest boxing in UFC.
Yeah, I think he's definitely up there boxing wise.
Yeah. And
except when he fought Kevin Holland, that was a bit of a weird fight.
that was a bit of a weird one. They were sparring almost.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Not as exciting as it was predicted to be.
Yeah.
I mean, like you got Kevin Holland and JDM. You would have thought that'd be the biggest banger of a fight.
Yeah.
No.
It's funny how some of those turn out.
Yeah.
Usually when you see like 2 technical strikers going at it, and they're not like super knockout artists, it usually ends up being like that. They're both trying to feel each other out and out like chess each other in the striking.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time that doesn't make for a great.
Yeah.
That's true. It's like the silver.
Technical.
It's like the silver easy fight.
Like
It's like we're sort of going at it, but we're not really.
Yeah, but that Silver Easy fight at least had like moments where they were just like, yo, and then they'll show moments of respect. But that one was just like, when are they going to get started? They were just sort of in first gear all the time.
Like, if that was like a 5-rounder, I think it would have been a lot more enjoyable. Because like 4 and 5, they would really get into it.
Yeah. So, from that, I would say my pick would be... Oh, God. This one's hard. This one is hard, but I don't know what JDM's grappling is like. That's the thing. He hasn't been tested for grappling, and Gilbert Burns is
so well-rounded.
He's a BJJ black belt world champion, so you would think that Gilbert Burns will utilize his grappling.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a bit smaller though.
He is a bit smaller.
Did you guys ever see Jacare Souza versus Robert Whittaker?
No.
Yes.
Yeah. So I honestly think it's going to go a lot of the way of that. So every fight starts on the feet, advantage to the strikers. And yes, Gilbert Burns has great like jiu-jitsu, but I don't like his wrestling isn't like super top tier.
It's not that great.
Yeah, and that's the problem with like really high level jiu-jitsu guys. They never have like if their big focus is jiu-jitsu, they never have like really great wrestling.
Right.
And up against a striker, if you can't force them to the ground, you're kind of in a bit of trouble. And I think it's going to be. I think it'll happen similar to the Whittaker-Jacare fight.
What happened in that one?
So Whittaker basically just outstruck him on the feet.
Yeah.
Like just kept piecing him up, and Jacare like would go for a takedown. Whittaker would stuff it. Get him
He's just got to get the takedown.
And then Whittaker's put him away. Like I think it was second round.
Yeah, but I gotta say though, like the difference between that fight and this one is the fact that
Gilbert Burns is a lot better striker. Than
he's got fucking mad hands, right? So it's like he's not just like relentlessly trying to take him down so that he can like submit him, but he can fucking throw hands to actually get that takedown.
Yeah, but Gilbert Burns, his striking is more like he's fucking cracking. You know, he's throwing big shots every now and then. Yeah. He's not like super technical boxing like Jack Della.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I think because of that, JDM will piece him up on the feet.
Okay.
So
what's your pick?
My pick. I'm gonna say exactly like. I mean, it's tough. No, you know what? I'm gonna say second round knockout to JDM.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's a spicy pick, mate.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. For me, I'm thinking JDM is gonna want to prove himself after Kevin Holland fight. He got a bit of flack for.
Yeah, he got booed during the fight.
Yeah, he got booed. So I think he's gonna come out and want to prove himself, especially against an opponent like Gilbert Burns. So I'm gonna say knockout for JDM in round 3.
Ooh, round 3.
Round 3.
Okay. It's always hard to go against the Aussie boys, but like I've been a fan of Gilbert Burns for so long, bro. That guy, I love Gilbert Burns, bro. He's just the funniest bloke, bro.
He's so chill.
He's so chill.
He's a sick guy.
He's a straight sick guy. Like, bro, the guy is an absolute weapon as well.
Yeah.
He reminds me of like a little Brazilian Robert Whittaker. Do you know what I mean? Like super chill, super humble, very normal. But then like as soon as you close that fucking ring, he's a savage, bro. So I think I'm gonna have to go with Gilbert Burns. It's probably a bit of nostalgia here. I reckon it's gonna be based off. I reckon it's gonna be a decision.
Yeah.
I reckon he's gonna mix it up, try to keep JDM on the ground, stop like basically nullify his striking, take as minimal damage as well. And I'm also gonna take a prediction here. I think he's gonna call out Bilal right afterwards.
Oh, okay.
If you can remember the guy's name. Though.
Also, one thing about Gilbert Burns, I just want to shout this gym out because they're so cool. Gilbert Burns trains at Killcliff FC, and they're this, I don't know where they are, but it's this big gym with like 50 pro fighters. Shavkat trains there, Gilbert Burns trains there. There's this Australian fighter called Kevin Ewan. He's the 1FC.
Kevin Ewan.
Yeah.
There's like 500 of those.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it sounds like every other.
Hey, this is the Kevin Ewan.
What the?
The boss level Kevin Ewan.
Wait, where did they train out of Cabramatta?
Oh, he actually does train a little in Cabramatta. But he's moved over to some other country, and there's like, I think
Kevin Ewan out of Cabramatta.
Boss level.
Do you know
Don't come to me, Kevin Ewan.
Do you know
Let me guess, double sleeves, big bloke, fucking Givenchy t-shirt.
But
jeans.
Ong San also, who is like used to be the heavyweight champion of 1FC as well, trains there as well.
Yeah.
It's just this crazy action. Killcliff FC, I love you guys. I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but anyways, I love you guys. Anyways, next fight.
Please take me as a second.
Wait, did we all make a pick?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Next fight is Kevin Holland versus Michael Venom Page. Yoo! Okay, so firstly, Michael Page, if you're not too familiar with him, you might not because he's coming from Bellator. You can think of him as the Anderson Silva of Bellator.
But even more showboaty.
He's even more showboaty.
Even Anderson Silva in his prime, even though he was very showboaty, this guy takes it to another level.
Another level. If you guys have seen that viral clip of an MMA fighter winning and knocking him out and then putting on the Pokemon costume and
Throwing a
Pokeball.
Yeah.
That's Michael Venom Page.
Or the Thanos glove.
Yeah.
That's Michael Venom Page.
Yeah, he's known for his like over the top sellies.
Yeah. But I mean, like fair dues because the way he wins fights is fucking insane.
He doesn't just beat people. He fucking
embarrasses them.
He changes them.
Have
you seen the guy's forehead?
Yeah, but flying knee, right?
He put a dent in the guy's forehead.
He's literally
crushed his skull.
His skull literally was concaved in.
Literally.
And that's just one bone disfiguration he's done. Like, he did a leg kick to someone and his knee shattered. His literal, you can see that in the video, his knee getting shattered inwards. It's crazy, man.
He's earned every single one of those celebrations. He's not just doing it for the shits. The guy is actually absolutely savage.
He knocked someone out with a fucking tornado kick. Do you know how skillful you have to be?
Yeah, ridiculously good.
And he was obviously the champion of Bellator over there before he got knocked out by Michael Lima. Douglas Lima, which was also another fucking crazy knockout.
Crazy. I think everyone would have seen that edit as well. The one where he sweeps him out the legs, pulls hammer and bang, bang.
So this is the guy we're dealing with, and he's versing Kevin Holland. If you watch UFC, you know who Kevin Holland is, the loud mouth,
the big mouth,
big mouth. That's
the guy that stops burglaries. The guy that fucking takes people out who try to steal cars.
I love Kevin Holland.
He's a sick guy.
He's basically Batman of the Hood.
Yeah. He's so funny. Like
he never stops talking.
He never stops. He's like, I dreamt of this moment. Like, who the fuck says that during a fight?
And he complains about people hitting him too hard during the fight. Like, bro, you're in a fight trying to beat you. I was like, bro, you hit so fucking hard.
I'm pretty sure he has a kung fu background, right, Kevin Holland?
Yeah, he's got a really, really mixed background.
Like very unorthodox striking.
Right, imagine him versus Sean Strickland just non-stop talking.
Non-stop.
And Michael Venom Page is a striker as well, just to let you guys know if you haven't noticed already. But I don't know what kind of striking he is. It's sort of like sort of similar to Kevin Holland, very unorthodox, very sideways.
If I had to pick one, karate,
that one's gonna be a banger. But the only thing is, Michael Page is a little bit old now. He's 36 or 37 as well.
And it is a step up in competition coming to the UFC.
Yeah.
Like I think Kevin Holland's been fighting fucking UFC killers.
And he's been active, bro.
Yeah, super active.
4 or 5 fights a year.
And the pressure of like going to the big stage. Like really showing, okay, cool, I'm meant to be here with the fucking big boys.
And just like Jack Della Maddalena, like they both fought each other last time. So they've kind of got some pressure to show up this time.
True.
Yeah.
And you know Kevin Holland's gonna want to fucking put a big stamp on this fight.
Yeah.
Especially against a guy like MVP.
Yeah.
And this one is going to be a stand and bang.
Full stand up.
Not stand and bang, but it's going to be striking only. There's going to be no takedown. Yeah.
So if you don't like the grappling, then this is the fight for you to watch.
100%. Also, if you love showboating, like the entertainment side of it, and
this is going to be so entertaining.
This is like the best fight. Yeah. If you've got any mates who you want to show UFC, this is probably the fight to give them a really good introduction into how fun it can get, just out of pure nonsense and just entertainment.
I smell a knockout.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't know who.
I don't think it's going to be a clean KO. I think it's going to be a TKO. I'm going to give it to MVP, mate.
Oh.
I think Holland is going to have a bit too much fun in there.
Yeah.
I reckon he's going to talk a lot of shit. I reckon MVP's a bit more motivated to really, really prove a point. And I think he's going to catch Holland with, I reckon, round 2 with some kind of knee or a kick. Yeah.
They both got very similar like body types too.
Very
long,
lanky.
Yeah.
I am gonna go with. I don't know. Do you have your pick? Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Holland.
Yeah.
By decision, but it's gonna be a fucking banger of a fight.
I'm gonna go Michael Venom Page by decision. Yeah.
Cheeky boy.
Gotta mix it up.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair.
No, UFC all day, baby. Fuck.
I'm just glad he didn't go anywhere else.
Yeah.
I'm actually really glad that he got to UFC. Because I've always wanted to see him on the UFC stage.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I almost feel like if Michael Venom Page wins, he might retire. You know what I mean? Like, He's pretty old.
Yeah.
He's pretty old, so if he does this, because he's just coming from bare knuckle fighting championship as well.
Yeah, but I reckon I reckon he's got maybe 1 or 2 fights.
I reckon if he wins this one, he's gonna try and go on a run.
Yeah.
You reckon?
See
And I reckon it'll depend on who, right? Because what is it? It's middleweight, right?
Welterweight.
Oh, welterweight.
But here's the thing with fighters.
He can fight like Wonderboy. There's quite a few strikers in there.
True.
And like Leon Edwards and stuff. He doesn't have to deal with like prime Kamaru Usman who's just going to rag all his ass. You know what I mean? Like, it's actually a pretty good time for him to go for it right now. Yeah. As long as he can avoid Shavkat, he'll be hard.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
But here's the thing with like. Fuck, I completely blanked on what I was going to say.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah, come back to it.
Okay, cool.
So
So we all got our picks, right?
Yeah, we all got our picks.
Cool.
Right, next fight is Dustin Poirier versus Benoit Saint-Denis. This one is at lightweight, and this one is going to be a banger.
This is literally going to be a slugfest and a half, mate.
Yeah. Obviously, Dustin Diamond Poirier. You guys know every time he fights, it's fight of the night.
Yeah.
And Benoit
Just pay him the bonus now, Daniel. Like, just give him the money now and put a down payment on that shit, bro. You already know what's happening.
So Dustin is, for you guys who don't know, for the casuals, Diamond.
Even the casuals know Dustin, most of them, I think.
Yeah.
Unless they're super casual.
Yeah, hopefully. He's well-rounded, first of all.
Yeah.
He's known for his striking, very good boxing. He's got one of the best boxing in UFC.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's like super crisp boxing. I would say he's a bit of a loopy puncher.
Yeah.
But he strings them together very well.
Yeah.
He's got like unorthodox boxing.
Yeah.
He uses like the elbow guard a lot as well.
Yeah. Dirty bastard.
But he's still got ground game as well. Don't get him wrong.
He's got a chin and a half on him as well.
Black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
But the other dude is no joke as well. He's got fucking power in his hands.
And he's been on a tear lately. Benoit's been beating people up left, right, and centre.
So Benoit has a sort of grappling background. His dad was a judo instructor. And Benoit himself is an
ex-SAS and French Special Forces paratrooper.
And he's been in war as well. He's been in war. I'm pretty sure he's like.
I think Joe Rogan said like.
According to that, he's definitely killed people.
He's unalike.
Yeah. The bloke is not just the killer in the ring. The bloke is
a literal killer.
He's taking people out.
And the only loss he's copped is one where he was getting absolutely cooked.
The guy was getting peppered, right? Like Angus steak, like he was getting tenderized. It was so bad. I remember even the commentators were like, someone needs to stop the fight because think about his background. SAS, Special Forces. The guy would rather die before giving up. So death before dishonor. So someone needed to stop that bloody fight. I think he actually went to decision. So no one stopped that bloody fight. But the guy got peppered. But then he came back and he's on a bit of a tear now. So I'm actually keen to see what it's going to be like. But I think if there's anyone that's going to be in there with Dustin Poirier to get the full rounds in, it's going to be a bloke like this.
I think he's definitely going to use his wrestling a lot. You see, like in most of his fights, he likes to open up with the wrestling.
And use it as fakes to open up his striking.
Like a big.
That classic. Dude, the iconic. So for me, I think it's going to be Benoit. The only reason being, there has been a trend recently of people getting knocked out by head kicks and then going on a loss streak. As sensitive of a topic it is.
Alright, people, we still love you, brother.
So for that reason, only just to follow the trend, I think Dustin Poirier, this might be the start of his losing streak.
He's getting a bit older.
He's a little bit older.
And he's been in some bloody wars, bro.
Man. So that puts into question his chin. And Benoit is obviously up and coming. He's still pretty young. He's 28, which means he's approaching his prime. So for that reason, I'm going Benoit, and I'm gonna go knockout. Wait. Is this 3-rounder or 5-rounder?
3-rounder.
3-rounder, yeah.
Okay, I'm going decision. Sorry. Benoit decision.
Fair.
I'm also going Benoit decision, just because Dustin's getting up there. I think Benoit's going to use his wrestling. I don't think Dustin will be able to put him away.
And this is also like
I think he's gonna like beat him on points with wrestling.
Yeah. Oh, hopefully it's not a boring fight.
Hopefully not. Hopefully he fucking tries to stand and bang like a little bit as well.
But you got to do what you got to do, man.
Yeah, I think he's gonna try and use his wrestling a lot.
For all the casuals out there, if you're watching because this is such valuable content and you're learning so much, do not get discouraged by wrestle fucking because that is part of MMA and you need to learn to appreciate it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's so much technique and so much skill.
If you think it's boring, just look at GSP fight. Right, the guy doesn't wrestle fuck all the time, but the amount he uses his wrestling to get his striking like through. That is a prime example of like why wrestling is so important.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and if like someone's holding you down and you can't get up, like
let's wrestle. Let's wrestle.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Like
a lot of people want people to be stood back up, but like if the guy's holding you down, if it's a fucking fight, then like no one should step in. Like,
he's dominating you. Like
he's fucking your ass
and
up.
think of it from a fighter's perspective. Like this is a fighting game. You don't want to get damaged. So obviously you just want to like try and win in the safest way possible. And wrestling is the easiest way to do it. And then
On that note though, DP for life, baby. We got ya.
Who's it? Who?
DP. That's Poirier.
Oh right. Okay.
I thought you were talking about someone else.
I was like,
Whoa.
you were like that. And I was like, what?
There's a diamond brother.
Oh right.
I'll do it like this then.
All right.
That's Illuminati, bro.
Beyonce, hit me up. Dustin Poirier all day, bro. I think maybe I'm on a bit of a nostalgia train here with like Gilbert Burns and DP, but I love Dustin Poirier, mate. I think his chin is still diamond. We'll be right. He's got the hot sauce business going. Man's doing well in life.
Yeah.
I think Dustin really wants to prove a point. I think the Gaethje fight is gonna like play a big factor here, but I think he'll survive the onslaught of Benoit. And I also think that he's got really, really solid jiu-jitsu, enough to basically make Benoit think twice about keeping him on the ground as well. So I'm pretty happy with Dustin Poirier TKO round 3.
Can I change my pick?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do Benoit KO in round 2.
Alright.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a shocking loss.
I'm gonna stick with decision.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a shocking loss.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Main events.
Let's go.
And now, Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Vera.
Chito.
Sugar versus Chito.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay. So Sean O'Malley.
So this is a really, really interesting one, right? Sugar Sean, weird to say that he's young and upcomer because he's the champion, but really if you go back just 6 months, sorry, maybe not 6 months, before the Petr Yan fight, maybe about a year. Yeah, like the guy's fighting unranked opponents, right? So literally young and up and comer. Cheeto, he's been in the game for a long, long time. I think his record is 21 to 8. So kind of a veteran to the game, but he's been here for quite a bit. The tricky part is Sugar Sean actually lost to Cheeto in their first fight about 4 years ago. This is before Sugar Sean. This was the first time he ever fought a ranked opponent. So after he lost to Cheeto Vera, he went back, started fighting other unranked opponents, absolutely demolished them. Poor, what's his name, Moutinho? That guy got like, absolutely peppered. Worst peppering I've ever seen.
Wait, guys, do you think the ref should have let him fight it to the end, or do you reckon that was a good stoppage? Because I reckon Moutinho could have kept going.
Yeah.
He could have, but like it's up to the refs to protect the fighter from themselves.
It's just like,
I mean,
death before dishonor part, right?
But the guy had a green helmet of a head, so I think he was doing okay.
Because for me, like, he stuck it out that fight. There was, 1.5 minutes left in the fight?
Yeah.
So for me, let him see it out to the end.
If he dies, he dies.
If he's not, okay, I mean, if he's about to die, stop it. But I think he had a little bit left in the tank.
The guy had his guard up the whole time.
Yeah.
He was defending him,
but he was defending himself. But like, I mean, like, you got to make that call as a ref, right? Like, do you think they're too tough for their own good, or do you need to let them go? I think they should let him go based on the fact that if the guy's defending himself, think of how many fights have you seen where someone's getting peppered and they turn things around with a last shot KO or whatever, right? If that's something that they're willing to pull through.
Especially if it's like a very high stakes fight like
Yeah. Like these guys at the time were both unranked, trying to get into the rankings, right? So I think at that time they should have let that one go.
I think corners need to do a better job of throwing in the towel because I've seen way too many fights that have gone way too long. I know I'm saying Moutinho should have gone, but I think just from watching that fight, he just had a little bit left in the tank. But fights like Korean Zombie versus Volk, they could have thrown in the towel way earlier.
I think the thing is the corner knows their fighter best, right? If you actually think they got a shot at getting a submission or a knockout, fine. But it's like, it depends on the fighter. Like some people just don't have knockout power and don't have, the submission skills, right? Maybe they're a point fighter, something like that. If they're 3 rounds deep and their face looks like grapes.
Nah, but it's the thing, like, I think it's more of a thing, they don't want to disrespect the fighter because the fighter will be like, how could you do that to me? Death before dishonor. I can't believe you stopped that fight. And
it's the coach's job to look after their fighter, but
that's what I'm saying. It should be on the camp. Yeah. Like the ref kind of has to go by the rules, right?
Yeah.
If the guy's defending himself, fine. Yeah, but like the camp should be the one to decide, like, alright, cool, maybe we should stop this. But then also, it's also tough for the camp because like you're literally saying, pull him out. But
I think they just need to make the call more often. Like I've just seen so many fights go on way too long and the ref's not stopping it. If the ref's not stopping it, then the corner has to stop it. Yeah. And I know you made a point about them knowing the fighter better, but no one knows. They've never been in that situation. They've never been beat up that hard before.
But also, think we don't know what happens behind the scenes, right? Think of how many camps and their fighters have talked about this.
Yeah.
Some fighters have probably said like, mate, you throw in that towel, I'm done. Like I want to die before throwing in that towel.
No, but you got to make
that's the mentality that the fighter has to have.
But then you got to stop. That's the mentality, but you can't let that actually come to life.
But then if they've had that discussion and they've agreed on it, how do you change that midway? Then what's the point of having that discussion?
No, it's the mentality going into the fight. Yeah, you're saving them.
They have to have that but here's the thing. Like, if I'm fighting, I want to have the mentality of let me die in there.
Yeah.
But
if I'm separate, you're gonna let him die. You're gonna let him die. What the fuck, bro?
I'll save you nothing. Okay, cool. What if he's not gonna die, but he's probably gonna get CTE? And you're
definitely getting CTE if you're thinking about stopping it.
Yeah.
Now, if they're taking like years off their life,
stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. Give me an example of someone that looks like they're gonna die.
Oh, I can't do it off the top of my head, but there's cases in boxing where people have died.
Here's a good one. Josh Thompson versus Nate Diaz. Nick Diaz threw in the towel for Nate when he was getting real fucked up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, and that's Nick Diaz throwing in the towel.
And that's brotherly love.
Yeah.
That's true love.
If you can't fire your brother.
Huh?
You can't fire your brother, whereas as a coach, you can get fired for that shit.
What? I mean, look, you saved a life for what? A little payday? You want a little payday over saving someone's life?
Mate, tell that
Is that what you're saying?
Tell that to Deontay Wilder's coach, bro.
What happened to him?
The guy fucking... They had a massive argument over, the most recent fight that they had, the one where he was getting busted up by Fury.
Yeah. Did they throw in the towel?
I can't remember if they threw in the towel, but I think they said they should have or some shit.
Yeah.
And he fired the guy.
Really?
Yeah. Well, and he was saying you should I wanted to die, bro. I was willing to.
Well, that's his problem. You know, he's obviously not got.
Basically, stick to MMA. Not what. No.
But what I'm saying is, you don't want to see deaths happening in MMA. And by throwing him a towel, you can stop that.
Yeah. By the way, Mario Yamazaki's my uncle. Just got to back my arm there.
For any casuals who don't know Mario Yamazaki,
Google his highlight.
Okay, so he is famous. The famous saying fans have of Mario Yamazaki is, if he dies, he dies. It's so fucked up how far he lets fights go.
Right, Dana would get so pissed off at him all the time. It was so fucking funny. But he eventually just had enough and he just fired him and never let him back.
Yeah. So,
to be fair, like I said, I think that the corner, if anyone stops it, should be the corner. But I also understand why they hesitate. Because you never know what's happening behind the scenes.
But sometimes if you love someone, you got to make the tough call and have the tough conversation after.
Would you have called it with Dan Hooker and Dustin Poirier?
There was still
fucking big one.
That was a bro.
That was so back and forth, but
so you
like
can't.
Tucker almost put him out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then,
so
like,
if you think they have a chance to put him out,
That's tough. No, at least they're both still going at it. Like
I can just hear fucking Mario Yamazaki right now. It is tough. Look, it's tough.
Okay, that's different because they're both still swinging. But
if it's competitive, if it's super competitive and it can go back and forth like that,
then
if it's like Sean Strickland versus Sneako. You see that one, like, as soon as Sean like starts going, they throw like.
I saw like 5 towels going in. And
but those guys need to throw like beach towels in. They need to throw a tarp in for that one, bro. Fucking hell.
Bro, Sean saw the towel. He didn't give a fuck.
Okay, to be honest, I did not agree with Sean Strickland in that video. I don't know what you guys think about that.
Beating up Sneako.
Yeah, beating up Sneako to that extent.
But he wasn't actually trying to like. He wasn't going full out. He was going probably like 80%, I reckon.
But
if
have you seen the full video?
Yeah, I have seen the full video.
Like the whole 5 minutes?
Not the whole 5 minutes.
No, so like literally the first 4 minutes they do a 5 minute round.
Oh, they do.
They do a 5, or it's either 3 or 5 minutes.
So he lets him go for 4 minutes.
He goes, and the whole time he's talking to him, he's like, "Last minute, I'm gonna fuck you up."
Oh no, I've seen that part. Yeah.
And he's like, "Just so you know, get your shots off now where you can, because last."
He's like, "Your time is coming."
Yeah, it's coming. And then as soon as that like 1 minute goes off, he just starts unloading. So it's not like Sneako didn't know going into it that he was gonna get fucked.
I was just gonna say, like, what was the arrangement? It was like, hey man, we're gonna lightly touch spar, or we're gonna do light sparring, or is it like, I just want to see what it'd be like to fight a UFC fighter with like how badly are you beaten up? But
it all
if he
depends
asks for
on
it,
what their mentality is going into.
No, but this is my thing, right? It's a bad look for the UFC in front of potential fans. Like, people will see that and be like, "Oh my god, I knew it. UFC is a sport for brutes who don't give a fuck about."
Nah, bro, that's what fucking boomers think, bro.
No, bro.
Hey, to be fair,
You're saying that.
I'm on his side, mate. Like the amount of shit talk in the MMA community, people that think they can just talk shit to UFC fighters.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you don't see us talking shit about people like Ian Gary and, you know. But like, in all seriousness, like the amount of people that think they can just talk shit without confident.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Sean Strickland proved, like, mate, if you want to talk shit, back it up. Right? If you're gonna jump in the ring with a UFC fighter and ask for it,
I don't think so, man. I think people who talk shit know they're trolling. They know they will get beat the fuck up. They're just trolling, man.
They still deserve it, man.
They still deserve it.
Get beat up.
And this guy asked for it. He literally asked for it. He agreed to go. It's not like someone dragged his ass into the ring, man.
Nah.
And he's like a fucking influencer guy that's like one of those Andrew Tate dick riders. Not that I hate Andrew Tate, but he's just like a guy that got famous off like dick riding Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I'm just saying, it was a bit too much. It was a bit too much. Like, he learned his lesson in the first 30 seconds. You know? He didn't have to go the whole round. Plus, again, I'm coming from the fact of we need to make the UFC bigger. We need to get more fans, make it the biggest sport in the world, and this is not a good
I think
look
we'll
for the
gain more
UFC.
fans by him being a fucking shit.
I don't think so.
Every hater of Sneako is probably like, woo, let's go.
And there's a lot more cunts that hate that guy than like him, so.
Yeah.
Leave a comment in below.
I mean,
Joe
Rogan agrees with you, but...
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Leave a comment in the below. Like, do you think that was too much, or do you think that was just enough? Let us know what your thoughts are.
I mean, Sean Strickland could have really...
Also, let us know if you think it was not enough.
Personally, I think not enough. I think you should have fucking put him down.
Put him down. Yeah, should have dropped him. Look, maybe less headshots.
At least a hard body shot to put him down.
Yeah, maybe less headshots, but like, bro, he should have fucking shoveled that liver.
Yeah.
Into the
Okay,
next
I agree
dimension.
with the body shot, but the head shots were...
Yeah, he was headhunting.
Yeah, he was headhunting, bro.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. He should have gone a lot more to the body.
Yeah.
Because those hurt more anyway.
Yeah.
They weren't kicking either, right?
No, it was just boxing.
That would have been much better if you could just chop him up, just batter him from neck down. Would have been. I think it would have taken a lot of that was a bit fucked.
Yeah, true. The fight. Oh shit. Okay, so Sean O'Malley, Vera. Do we discuss?
We talked about how they had fought previously.
Okay,
I think the last fight was a bit of a weird one. The way it ended was Cheeto actually hit Sean's, I think it's called a perennial nerve. It runs basically down the back of your leg, the back of your calf,
and through your knee.
Through your knee, yeah. And basically, if that gets like taken out, you can't put any weight on your leg. Your leg doesn't respond.
Yeah,
right.
Pretty much
you just have like completely useless leg.
Yeah.
Like it's happened to a few fighters, like Jimmy Crew.
Yeah.
And it's like even though they want to go on, they literally can't.
They can't. It's like a liver shot to the leg. You don't have a choice at that point.
It's like someone pushed the off button on your leg.
Izzy got it with Pereira as well.
Yeah.
Through those deadly ass calf kicks.
There was a few people who got it.
A few people, but yeah, like that's how the last fight ended.
But before that, wasn't Cheeto winning the fight?
I would say Cheeto was winning.
Was it tight or was it pretty one-sided?
I wouldn't say like one-sided, but definitely clear advantage to Cheeto.
Okay.
And then the really interesting part about that was I think that was round 1 as well. And Cheeto's also similar to Peter Yan, a slow starter. Right, so Cheeto lost the feel, and that's where he went wrong in a lot of his previous fights. Where he's lost by decision because he started off really slow. So the fact that he was doing well in a round that he's like known to be slow in is big. However, I think Teddy Atlas, the boxing coach, says this as well, and you've seen this with lots of champions. Once they become champion, it's like a 30% like power up, right? Like just from pure
Super Saiyan.
it's like on Super Saiyan, right? So Sugar Sean just turned champion, got his sneaky power up,
proved himself against Aljo. He's probably feeling on top of the world.
On top of the world, exactly.
And
right.
I think he's much better as well. I think
Much better.
He's much more composed as well. Picks his shots even better, which is hard
The
to
way
believe.
that he put away, Aljo was beautiful.
Fucking beautiful. Yeah.
But the thing is,
Step back two.
It was step back two, but he practiced that exact shot because he predicted that Aljo would do that. Because Aljo did do that a lot.
Yeah, I think Cheeto's a lot less predictable.
Yeah, he's less predictable.
And he's just as long as well, which is going to help a lot. Whereas Aljo was a lot, like, he relied on his explosiveness.
So it's good,
Well,
definitely.
Sean's still got like the big height advantage.
Reach advantage. What's Cheeto's last fight again? Do you guys remember?
It wasn't the Sandhagen one. He just beat someone. I think it was. He beat Dominic Cruz.
Once again.
He beat Dominic Cruz.
Oh, the mouse is here.
Pull that up, Jamie.
Cordy and Jimmy. I think the most recent fight was
Pedro Munoz.
Pedro Munoz.
Okay, so he's not the Pedro Munoz. Obviously, respect to him, but he's not the highest of echelons.
I call him a gatekeeper, to be honest.
Yeah, gatekeeper. And before that, he lost to Corey Sandhagen.
That was a slaughtering on Sandhagen.
Yeah.
It wasn't the fact that Cheetah got beat up and took a lot of damage.
Yeah.
He just got picked apart. He just
Sandhagen is such a good striker.
Such a good striker. I can't wait to see him.
Yeah. I mean, okay, look, respect to Cheetah, but his record, I'm gonna say a lot of the legends he's beat were on their final days.
On their way out.
Like, we have Dominic Cruz, who was pretty much 40 when he was fighting.
He's been on the downhill for a while.
Yeah, and then we have, what's his name? Sorry, 1 second, guys. Frankie Edgar, who was on his way out as well.
Yeah.
Frankie Edgar, the messenger, right?
The messenger.
Or the answer.
Yeah.
And then he beat Rob.
The answer,
He beat Rob Font, who is also, I'd say, a gatekeeper sort of role.
But who is this guy? Jake Paul?
Who?
Cheeto.
Oh,
right. Big on these people while they're
soon.
in their 40s.
Give it 3 more years. He's gonna fight Glover Teixeira.
Yeah, so I think, to be honest, Sugar Sean O'Malley, it's a 5-rounder, right? Because it's a championship fight.
Yeah.
It's definitely Sugar Sean. The only problem is he going to win by knockout or decision? That's the only issue. Cheeto has never been knocked out, I'm pretty sure. Sorry, 1 second again, guys. Let me check.
He has been knocked out. I think all of his losses were decision.
Oh, no, he has been knocked out by... Oh, no, that's Marlon Vera. Yeah, they're all decision. They're all decision that he's lost.
All decisions,
This could be his...
And then it's always because he starts slow as fuck.
And you got to consider that Sugar he's pretty salty about that loss. He doesn't count it as a loss when he talks about it in podcasts. And he wants to avenge it. I know that for a fact.
I personally think I'm gonna take a pick here because I think you're still like loading.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Sugar Sean.
Yeah.
As much as I love Cheeto, and in the first fight I was going for Cheeto, I think that 30% confidence boost is going to be the make or break. Because in the first fight, he wasn't getting fucked up.
Yeah.
He was definitely losing, but he wasn't getting fucked up.
Yep.
I think the edge he was a bit hesitant. He's his first ranked opponent, first big dog, and he was just being very, very careful. Right? I think now with the confidence, I think that's going to give him the ability to start picking at Cheeto along the way.
Yep.
I think it's going to be hard to knock him out. The guy is not a big old Mexican with a big old Mexican head, but he's a big old Colombian with a big old Colombian head.
Yeah.
I reckon it's going to be a decision.
Yeah, me too.
By Sugar Sean.
Yeah.
I reckon he'll take that decision. Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm going to go Sugar Sean by knockout.
Ooh.
Because he's just got, he's got that lanky, weird power.
Yeah.
And if he just hits you on the right spot, it doesn't matter.
That Luffy, gomu elasticity power. Yeah.
But so many lanky guys just have that power like that. And they got the really long reach, they can just generate more torque on their shots. But yeah, I reckon it's going to be Sugar Sean. He's just going to hit him with a real well-placed, powerful shot, and that'll take him out. I reckon, I'm going to say knockout, round 3.
3!
Ooh.
Damn, okay.
That's actually a good one because nice and early before Cheeto gets into the real gear.
Yeah.
The last 2.
I'm going to say Sugar by decision. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
O'Malley!
Let's go Sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar Show, baby.
We all pick Sugar, hey?
Yeah.
Sorry, Chito.
Okay, so we're gonna put our picks right here, boom, right there, and as promised, we're gonna do our wheel of punishment now.
Yeah.
So just to run through what punishments we have.
Yeah. We've added a few since the last one.
Yeah. So 100 burpees, food challenge, leg kick challenge, public body shot challenge, get choked out challenge. That's a new addition.
Yeah.
So as you can tell by the name, you're just going to sleep, brother. And
doesn't count if you like it though.
And cold plunge challenge.
Yeah.
So
and with the cold plunge, so each pick we get wrong, we add 1 minute to the cold plunge. So if you get 5 wrong, that's a 5-minute cold plunge.
Yeah.
I've never done a cold plunge before, so I'm actually kind of nervous about it.
Neither.
I struggle with cold showers, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a summer guy, so I struggle with the cold.
Bro, a cold plunge is so much worse than a cold shower.
Fair enough.
What are you?
No.
Sniffling at?
I have done a cold plunge before, and 3 minutes is a fucking long time. It's fucking brutal in a proper cold plunge.
And I feel like it doesn't, this is not going to be good for you, mate, but it doesn't even come close to a cold shower.
Yeah.
I can do 10, 20, 30 minute cold showers. No problem.
Cold shower's walking the fucking park.
Yeah, it's like a walk in the park.
I need to psych myself up to do the cold shower.
You gotta get on that Wim Hof breathing, bro.
I just hate it. I start with a hot shower because it feels nice, obviously, and then I
No, bro, that's pussy shit. You just gotta go straight into the shower.
I hate.
You gotta force yourself.
I hate the cold.
Mentally straight.
I hate the cold. I hate it. I don't give a fuck. I hate the cold. And I do a hot shower and then I get into the cold shower.
So you take the Cheeto Pinion approach, nice and slow, yeah? Nice and slow start, yeah?
But I get there at the end.
No, you're gonna Jorge Masvidal that shit, straight running, flying deep, bro.
Bro, you just gotta force yourself. Just
Yeah,
turn
just
the cold on, you just fucking walk into it and just be like,
Look, I
I'm
can
doing
force
it.
myself to do a lot of things, but just cold is one mental block.
All I can say is all I can say is I hope you fucking lose, and I hope you get 5 minutes cold plunge.
Fucking fighting 2v1 or something, boys. Fucking hell.
And then when you're sitting there thinking about how you're gonna get started, we're just gonna boom.
We're not gonna let you out either.
Yeah.
Until you're done with your time.
Yeah.
God, Jesus Christ. Okay, so I don't want to do that the most out of all of them, to be honest.
Cool.
Let's do this thing. I'm gonna screen record. Give me a second, guys.
Also, if you lose something, you do the cold plunge.
Yeah.
We 2v1 you while you're in the cold plunge.
If you move at all, if you shiver, you get fucking
Okay. Here we go, boys.
Is it cold?
It's gone. 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Well, come on.
Come on, cold plunge.
Food challenge. Okay, I'm very happy about that one.
Alright, so for the food challenge, just to go over it, it's the winner gets to pick the food challenge. It can be something like the world's hottest chip or like eating something disgusting like a balut.
A balut, yeah.
Or maybe a witchetty grub.
Oh,
To be honest, as much as I really don't want to, I've always wondered what they...
Yeah, me too.
Witchetty grub?
They look pretty meaty, bro.
They look pretty juicy.
Yeah.
There's some good protein in that right there.
That's the Asian in us talking about it.
I reckon it would be very juicy. It would like
Yeah, pop and shit.
But
Yeah.
you never have it
Like a
alive,
Starburst.
right? Like a Starburst.
Yeah, they eat it straight alive.
Yeah, so if we're doing that, it's straight alive.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. I don't mind this challenge too
But
much.
yeah, we don't get to pick
Yeah.
what the loser eats in this one.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that. That's pretty much it for this episode, I'd say.
Yeah. Really excited for the card coming up. It's going to be on Sunday, so make sure you check it out, and we'll see you in the next video with some results in terms of who's going to do the food challenge, who's going to pick what the loser eats. But all in all, we have a fucking beautiful card coming up.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fucking banger.
Dana has been blessing us.
Blessing us, yeah. And this is before 300, right? And keep in mind, like we said at the very start of this podcast, that we want this to be something that, you know, anyone can watch. And we want to help people get into the sport of UFC. So if you have friends who you think would like UFC, this is the card. This is, I think, 5 out of 6 fights are all probably most likely going to be stand-up.
Yeah.
They're all got killers,
Yeah,
right? And people all with knockout power or knockout combinations or a history of knockouts. So this is probably the card to get anyone interested, especially if you want to see some people get knocked right and you want to see some left-right good nights, right?
Yeah.
But otherwise, we'll see you guys in the next week. Have a great left-right good night, and we'll see you next time. Boom, boom.